Madentrou genoc'h, Andy and Mahona. Hello, my name is Andy. How are you? Let's talk about the Breton language, Gwenedeg dialect.
Gwenedeg.
Gwenedeg is the southeastern dialect of the Breton language spoken in Brittany in France. Breton is traditionally separated into 4 dialects, Kerne, Lyon, and Treù, grouped as KLT, and Gwenedeg, which is really different from the others. It can be found in old books that traditional KLT Breton speakers at the end of 19th century were unable to understand Gwenedeg, and some linguists argue it should be considered a separate language. Out of 100,000 people estimated to speak Breton, there could be up to 25,000 claiming to speak Gwenedeg. Gwenedeg has first been left on the side when trying to create a unified Breton language because of the great differences with KLT dialects, but some adjustment has been done to try to include Gwenedeg in later reforms. The most famous being the ZH character that can be found in many words, notably Breizh, the name of Brittany in Breton. The letter is pronounced Z in KLT dialects and H in Gwenedeg. Gwenedeg has kept some really particular features from the old language that other dialects lost. The most blatant one is the stress on the last syllable, as in Old Breton, while other dialects have it on second to last. Some grammatical structures are also really specific to Gwenedeg, and are among the causes that explains why KLT speakers struggle to understand Gwenedeg speakers. Nowadays, however, due to the drop of speakers and the lack of resources to learn Gwenedeg native words, a lot of Gwenedeg speakers use more and more KLT words, so that, with a little bit of effort, the new KLT and Gwenedeg speakers can understand each other rather good. Gwenedeg itself has 3 major dialects, named Upper Gwenedeg, Lower Gwenedeg, and Coastal Gwenedeg. The Gwenedeg displayed in this video is Upper Gwenedeg, and even more specifically from Pondi, which means some words or pronunciations might be really specific to this place, especially since Pondi was the last place to keep some rare phonetical phenomena in its Breton. The instead of the for the soft mutation, the instead of the for the aspirate mutation. Gwenedeg has kept a remnant of the nasal mutation that fully disappeared in KLT Breton, but still alive in Welsh. After the possessive me or my, same use case than in Welsh. A linguist suggested that the peculiarities of the Gwenedeg could be due to its stronger contact with Gaulish compared to other dialects, even though this theory is far from being widely accepted. Gwenedeg used to have its own orthography and a strong literary tradition along with the Lyon dialect. Loeiz Herrieu notably has created the Dialects, or Wake Up magazine, which was written entirely in traditional Gwenedeg orthography, and he is a reference for the Gwenedeg literature. Nowadays, Gwenedeg is still used as literary language by some writers, and it is actually said that there is quite more demand for literature in Gwenedeg than for KLT dialects, maybe because Gwenedeg is rarely heard on TV or radio shows. Brythonic, or the Pays Vannetais, is a fiercely distinct cultural region within Brittany's Morbihan department, anchored by its unique Gwenedeg dialect and a landscape defined by the medieval ramparts of Vannes and the ancient megaliths of Carnac. The cultural heartbeats of the Gwenedese, or Vannetais people, is almost visible in their communal traditions. It is the birthplace of iconic Breton line dances like the andro and honterdro, and home to some of the region's most formidable bagadou, or pipe bands. This strong sense of heritage extends to their spiritual life, punctuated by massive religious pilgrimages known as pardons, most notably at Sainte-Anne-d'Auray, where locals proudly wear highly specific traditional attire and intricate lace coiffes, tied intimately to the sheltered waters of the Gulf of Morbihan. The region's identity is a vibrant blend of maritime gastronomy, ancient linguistic rhythms, and enduring Celtic customs that set it apart from the rest of the Breton Peninsula. Brythonic is one of the 4 traditional counties of Breton-speaking Brittany. It features a Romance-speaking eastern part, or Vannetais, Pays du Redon, while the western part is Breton-speaking. From 6000 to 5000 BC, a megalithic civilization was highly active in this region, whose most famous accomplishments is the Carnac alignments. Breizh is one of the most stable historical entities in France, because it aligns closely with the Civitas of the Vannetais, who settled there in the 1st century BC. They were a very powerful seafaring Gallic tribe that gave its name to the region in both French and Breton. In 56 BC, the Vannetais were defeated in battle and disappeared from history, but their language remained to some extent. This is why some linguists, notably Falhun, argue that the genoc'h language is a descendant of this Gaulish language, rather than originating from the later arrival of the Bretons, from which the KLT dialects appeared. This region remained highly underdeveloped and traditional until the 20th century. After the First World War, tourism increasingly developed around the cities of Vannes or Genoc'h because of the beautiful surrounding landscapes. Belle-Île-en-Mer or Algarve is now a popular tourist destination for people all over France. The harbor of Lorient or Anorion has also helped energize the region. In the next part, let's listen to the beautiful sounds of their language. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
Rahendu zu Gwenedeg Breton, aneshet a her etrize a divut en dinde de garguerieu. Bezo sianvat a genawe di gete a red dehe bewange de reral el mavezen u perder.
Numbers.
Inon, 2, 3, piar, pep, chwech, sech, ech, nau, dek.
Greetings and phrases.
Temat toch, bonser. Maden treu, penos hagenoch. Maden treu, nahui, agar djwela, nahui, stugwarzone mesje tu kwelet. Ruzon tu kwelet. Behanno ave groeit achanoch. A mehanno. Bet vrech huishui. A beban chachui. Imen chachisham. Chanisham I brech. A vrechtan. Kom ze red Brythonic? Ja, kom ze ran. Ne kom ze chit. Ne kom ze chit Brythonic? Bo, kom ze ran. Nan, ne kom ze chit. A boed chuis an nooit? A boed chuis gereachruis? Betra fout. Fout en radain de brand wieu. Ne mis chit mu wieur bit. De beter te breed. De bret gejehid. A boed op achwach? De bret te mesawach. Iwere. Chan kut. Chan dergier. Tjenevo. Tjenevo archwach. Tjenevo in wach. Tjenevo in ber. Di garet me. Torigere. Merci. O torigere gat. Marse. Ne ranfor. Compreneran. De comprenan chit. Mar plige genoch. David. Ma ruerione genoch. Ma rgeu genoch. A boed op achwach. Korteit me. Daine. Dweo shikuro. Gwal valmon et kuit. Ptrazoi troin.
Vocabulary.
Me, chui, je, hi, ni, chui, ji. Amant, ave, anon. Mignon, mignon, mignonnette. Brer, membrer, berder. Chwer, me chwer, chwerizet. Brerik, membrerik. Tad, me thad. Mam, me mam. Tad goch, me thad goch. Mam goch, me mam goch. Pautr, ur pautr, pautrit. Mer, ur ver, merchet. Newe an. An, die le stam, guian. De, dejeu. De weg, de wejeu. Noos, nozjeu. Nozech, nozecheu. Sehun, sehunjeu. Mis, misjeu. Ble, blejeu. Dech, idiu. Archwach, dilun de veha. Dilun cheta. Arlane, ble passet. Ben ble manza. Dorn, men deurn. Brech, men divrech. Bleven, men blew. Dant, men dent. Fri, me fri. Kain, me chain. Troid, me throid. Kalon, me chalon. Amonen. Krampwe, krampwehen. Gateu, gateuen. Bara, waren. Leach. Halen. Café, hafe. Schistr. Kweven. Lon, lonet. Ki, hi, chas. Kach, hach, kicher. Jou, jou, kizik. Buoch, vuoch, buochet. Konifl, gonifl, koniflet. Rach, rachet. In, inet. Jaar, jaar. Gelion, gelionen. Pushk. Krank, kranket. Gwe, ween. Derru, nerven. Frech, frechen. Aval, avaleu. Bleu, vleuwen. Nea. Ster, sterren. Loer. Gogus, gogusen. Jaul. Deur. Moor. Ster. Guaheu. Brojeu. Moneyeu. Lagaden blei. Nulen. Glau. Omzer. Gober. Laret. Monet. Donet. Klach. Chanjal. Tjemer. Duelet. Debrain. Iwet. Asse. Skriu. Digor. Sherain. Lahain. Breizh. Brythonigur. Brythonigorium. Brythonic. Genoc'h. Prohal. France. Bet. Januer. Gevrer. Mer. Imbrel. Mei. Mehewen. Mehewenach. Holland. Gulmitchil. Galanguian. Unavent. Gut. Genain. Genoc'h. Goton. Guti. Genem. Gote. Mad. Duel. Fal. Guah. Neue. Koch. Bihan noch. Braz. Brassach. Berroch. Hirroch. Toscht. Nussach. Belloch. Bell.
Sample text.
Bewebech gedenabele genjaul. Genner elare pepania nehe ewachiuach. En un tol ou de gwele torbiajo de kantrial, klichet nivantel. Glevet ou deu, jayor maut genenani cheta, ze je bende viushkani vantel gedorbiajour. Neze en dwe de revet nabel chwehaina buiziner. Sol kriuach men dwe je chwechet vat, sol mi en dwe darchet orbiajour e vantel start dorhigorf. A ben arfin en dwe di lezet nabel, a se leme le vantel geton. Neze en dwe de revet en jaulj planain, a goude en radamzer, twe moe dorbiajour a lamet en dwe vantel. Ragze, we red de nabel deit a gen an tornoz an zewain, ma we en jaul a kriuach a nehe.
The Wren.
A korchet we le benon do berinech hargi. Un dewe me we wait kuit en du le benon a gornech, faut ein rodeche jibouesat en dramnak de vueta ou foroget. A chomet went revion ou unan en nech. Goude un radamzer et istroa en ted le benon de nech. Petrezo Herrieu genach medje. Pius o monet arnoch pologet. Bezot reser brawa harnoch. O tade medji. Et or picole rwand nak at rumen arntash. Garwet a gerusisete wadje. Selet en dwe de lagat braz doch kreit en nech. Na spontet wend ni. Comprente mus, emen tad le benon. De venen dwe weit. Hama, hemedje. Tu honden dwe weit kut. Gorteita, emen tad le benon. Hande nijal a riler. Ne beuen a verman pologet. Me en tapain. A dje de nijal a relechrener rwand. A peu a riu dje gedenent. A lion en anie, i vale. Ne tchit pontet le benon a nechon vat. Tche humrak ar gen o lion, a dje de komos de laret e pe djemen dehon. Perak en dial op o wei dem nech emedje. De vrawach ein me fologet. Nor a for o lion, a derher hragen jent. Tjemen se, a zugar plibek bihon, den ad gar hein rustam a hella. Skarchet ta kuit, me o belza. Mar dei chui dem nech a re, emedje? Hama, a chayen treu a garwat, de mes chochwant en gober de vat, emedje. A gar fin, et o gaur har dehon, ter ein rech en o kangen men gar gorver segonden. A dje de dis troin di nech. Stöpologet, emedje. Laret en boe pe djemen dehon. Ne deitchet urwechral.
The Lord's Prayer.
Hun tad a zo en nea. O hane bet sante leit. O rwante leach deit dem. O polonte bet groeit aranduar en nea. Reit dem I vi ur barapem de ziek. Pardonet dem ur pechedeu. Me pardonam de re. O de smanket dochem. An un lezet chet de kwe hainen tem tadur. Mas nun diwalet dochem druk.